Hi guys, today we are going to be talking about the hang snatch pull in Olympic weightlifting. We will be discussing how to do the hang snatch pull, why do it, and then the benefits of the movement. Guys, welcome to my channel where I talk about all things mindset and weightlifting. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so that you make sure that you do not miss future videos. The hang snatch pull is a variation of the snatch pull that is used in Olympic weightlifting to improve an athlete's technique, power, and strength. Specifically, the hang snatch pull can develop more explosive power in the second pull of the snatch, which is the portion where the bar is pulled upward as quickly and explosively as possible to generate maximum velocity and then to lift the weight overhead in the snatch. Additionally, the hang snatch pull allows lifters to focus on proper technique in the lift without the added challenge of lifting the weight from the ground. Because you all know when you lift the weight from the ground, that's normally where the lift goes wrong. And again, I'm a big believer in teaching from the top down. So I would be teaching the movement from the hip, from the hang, below the knee, and then from floor. So this makes a great exercise for not just advanced level weightlifters, beginners, and intermediate lifters as well. Now let's talk about how to do the hang snatch pull. First, you want to make sure that you have a snatch with grip. So again, if you don't know your snatch with grip, maybe you are a beginner level weightlifter, you want to make sure that if you stand nice and tall, the bar will be in the hip crease. So you want to make sure when you do the hang snatch pull, you are going to make sure that your feet is just either hip width apart or slightly wider, the exact same way as what you would do a snatch. You would then pick the barbell up, making sure, and I like the cue, big chest. You will then stand up tall. You will then go into the hang position. Now, the hang position could vary. This could be the hang from the high hip, or it could also be the hang from just above the knee or the hang from below the knee. So we will talk about all three of those variations today, but for now, I just want us to cover the hang snatch from just above the knee. So again, now that you are in the tall position, you are going to make sure that the scaps are nice and activated. You have a nice big chest. You are then going to move the barbell down to just above the knee, making sure that the barbell is kept nice and close to the body. You will then drive the feet into the ground, brushing the hips, and then pulling the bar up, making sure that your elbows are facing upwards. And because this is just a snatch pull and not a snatch high pull, you do not have to focus on pulling the bar as high as possible. You just want to make sure you want to shrug the barbell up, get that upward motion. Now, if we talk about doing the hang snatch pull from the high hang or even from below the knee, it would follow the exact same concept. The only difference is here, you will not bend as much. So if you do it from the high hang, you will just have a slight bend by the knees. Your upper body will be slightly forward. When you do the hang snatch pull from below the knees, you will then make sure that very similar to the hang snatch pull from above the knee, you will just move slightly below the knee, making sure that you stay over the bar as long as possible, following the same movement pattern, making sure you drive your feet into the ground, getting that tall vertical extension, or what they also call the triple extension, which is extension by the ankles, knees, and hips. And you then want to brush the bar against the hips and pull that bar up, making sure that you shrug the shoulders or the traps and those elbows are facing upwards. Just a reminder again, when that bar passes the knee, that is the movement where you really accelerate, put all your explosive power in there, and that's where it's going to make the biggest difference in doing this movement to improve your snatch at the end of the day. If you are an athlete who might be lacking that explosive power from the knee upwards, a great way to train it. Again, this is also another great exercise to build strength, because when you do any movements from the hang, may it be from the hip, from the high hang, or below the knee, that time under tension is a great way to build that extra strength in your back and as well as your legs. When it comes to some of the variations of the hang snatch pull, the other variation that you can do is you can either do the movement with a pause, so you can go into the hang position and pause there for X amount of time, or what you can do is you can do the hang snatch pull without feet, And this is just a great movement then to just teach the athlete to get that full extension without extending onto the toes, especially if an athlete does tend to cut their movement short. So making them do the movement without feet is just another great variation. Although the no feet hang snatch pull, I would recommend for intermediate and advanced level weightlifters, where the traditional hang snatch pull, where you go and extend onto the balls of your feet, so extending by the ankles, knees and hips, that is what I would recommend for all level athletes. Guys, so as you can see, there is a lot of benefits to doing the hang snatch pull for Olympic weightlifters. And also, if you like this movement, let me know if you've done it before, if you are going to include it into your training. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and I will see you in the next one.